So I've been recently doing a lot of work with the new Springfield Echelon, as you can imagine, and I'm pretty clearly on record as really, really liking that gun a lot. But that made me wonder just recently that, you know, with a gun like the Echelon coming out from Springfield Armory, how does that impact or affect the rest of their product line? You know, specifically their, like, you know, constant workhorse, the XDM. The XDM has been around for many years. I mean, you know, what, coming up on a couple decades? And it is the favorite of a lot of people and not the favorite of other people, like every gun. But it has stayed out there in the marketplace and has continued to be a seller. And if you go to any competition, you're going to continue to see them out there. So people are still using the ones that they've had for years and years and years, and that says a lot about a gun. And people are still continuing to buy new ones, and that says a lot about a gun. So it made me think, with the Echelon now coming out, I guess there's kind of it's a sort of a two-part question. Number one, is the XDM really, is it still a relevant gun, right, in the marketplace and in that product lineup? And number two, from Springfield Armory's perspective, is that something that they are going to continue to produce and promote and all that, you know, and be behind it? Not in terms of support. I have no doubt they'll always be behind them in terms of support, but is it a viable product line for them going forward? Now, just for those of you who don't know, I have a relationship with Springfield Armory. I do content for the Armory Life. If you've never seen any of that, or you didn't know that, get your butt over there and check some of that out. But that said, you know, I don't have the bat phone to Springfield Armory, and you know, I can assure you that anybody who does have that kind of information doesn't know my name and wouldn't take my call. So anyway, my question is just as academic as yours would be, right? Just wondering. So I thought it might be fun, since I was on my way to the range anyway today, to bring the XDM Elite along, 9mm, big boy, and just have a little bit of fun with it. It's been a while since I've shot the XDM full-size Elite, and thought it was high time I did it again. And while I'm doing that, I want to think about its relevance today. All right, so if that was enough talking for you, I think it might have been, I think I'll go ahead and do a little shooting. I'm just going to run through my steel array downrange. The one thing that I always think of first when I draw this gun is, man, this is a handful. It's a handful of handgun. So if you're one of those guys with giant hands, you might like this gun just for that reason. It is a shooter, there's no doubt about that. Wow. I love to bring a gun out every once in a while that I haven't shot in a while, and is maybe not always the one getting the big headlines and stuff, and just remind myself why I have it in the first place. Now sometimes that reason might just be, well, because I got it to do a review, or it was a loaner, or whatever. But sometimes, like with this XDM, I remember that the reason I have it is because it's awesome. Okay, back to it. I'm just gonna continue to play a little bit with this gun and remind myself what I think of it, which is quite a lot. I'm also doing some top secret testing of something for Talon grips while I'm out here with this gun. And it's not the rubber Talon grip that you see on here. That's a no-brainer for me. I know it is for a lot of you guys as well. Nope, there's something else I'm testing for Talon today. I can't tell you about it, but that's the other reason. This gun is just such an accurate pistol. The sights are fantastic. Blacked out rear, bright red filament in the front sight. It is just a heck of a shooter. Got that nice long barrel. The trigger over the years has really evolved into something special. It used to be a bone of contention for a lot of people. And it used to be, you know, one of the reasons people cited for not going in that direction with XDM and, you know, going in a different direction. But over the years, they have really put some effort into their trigger and really focused on it. And it is a sweet trigger now, one of the best out there. The question was, do I think the Springfield XDM is still a relevant gun? I do, I absolutely do. And once again, I can't speak for Springfield. They might pull it off the market tomorrow, I don't know. I think if they do, that might be a mistake, because this is a very mature product line. And there's a lot of people that love them, and I think there's going to continue to be a lot of people that love them. And man, what a shooter. Okay, always end on a hit, I always say. Well, I don't always say it, but I'm saying it today. So I just had a whole lot of fun with the Springfield XDM Elite 9mm, full-sized, 5¼ inch, yada, yada, yada. It is such a sweet gun. It's just such a fantastic shooter. You got to get these guys, whatever your gun is that's kind of in the back of the safe, drag that thing out, get it out to the range. You're going to be surprised how much you probably still love it. And as far as what I was testing for Talon grips, I'm liking it. I'm going to give Talon my feedback. They'll wad that up and throw it in the trash like they always do, but who knows? It might be something you see on their website in the future.